Hey, what's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be talking to you about some of my favorites I've been loving this month. I know it's like mid-month. I probably should wait till like the end of the month, but I know at the end of the month I'll have a bunch of new stuff to be playing with. So right now I wanted to talk about the things that I've been loving throughout the month. I do have one kind of miss product or like something that didn't really work out for me. But for the most part, it's all things that I've been loving. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm in the Christmas spirit. It's a week from today. Naughty but nice. Well, a week from when I'm filming this video, or at least my birthday is. My birthday is Christmas Eve, and it's the Tuesday before, like a week from Christmas Eve. So, I'm rambling. Let's get into this. I surprisingly don't have, like, that much makeup at all. Like, it's mostly body products, and like I have some clothing items, and obviously my wedding, so that's a big favorite. But yeah, not so much makeup this month, which is really surprising because usually these videos are always like makeup related. So let me actually show you the only makeup thing I have this month to talk about. And that is the Bronze Squad Cheek Leaders palette from Benefit. So what I've been... what am I talking about? Anyway, I've been loving this palette. It's all like bronzers, blushes, and a highlight. So you get the regular Hoola bronzer, which I've never used before buying this palette. You get Gold Rush blush, Coralista blush, the Cookie highlight, which, gorgeous. And then you get Hoola Caramel, which I was debating on buying as a single, until I saw it came in this palette with this stunning highlight. So, I've been loving this. I wore the, Gold Rush blush on my wedding day, but I've been reaching for this, like, all the time. Like, I brought this palette on my honeymoon, just as a, like, general, it has everything you need. Surprisingly, I didn't wear, like, any makeup my whole honeymoon. But I thought in case I was going to, this would have everything face-wise that I need, like bronzer, contour, blush, highlight. So I packed this. It's a really easy, like, all-in-one, easy-to-pack palette. So yeah, that's my only makeup thing. Let me get into some of the other actually, no. One more makeup thing, a combination of primers. I talked about this in my wedding makeup video. On my wedding day, I mixed the Becca First Light Priming Filter primer with the Milk Hydro Grip primer. It's actually what I'm wearing today. I think it's really nice. It helps my makeup last without looking like really like greasy or, radiant. So yeah, I have like a teeny bit left of this, and I've basically just been trying new ways to finish it because it's kind of at the point where I'm like, I just want to finish it. Like, I like it, but it's time to go. So I've been trying to mix it with this primer, and I really like the way the finish is on my skin. So been liking that as well. I've only used it a couple of times since the wedding day, but every time I use it, I really like the way that my makeup looks and lasts. So that's a plus. Then I have a couple body products. The first one being this lip balm. This is the Blistex Lip Medix cooling lip balm, or like medicated lip balm. So I have been having the worst like dry mouth that I think I've ever had. I have like a little sore up here that just keeps getting dry and like scabby looking. The corners of my mouth are just constantly dry. I don't know what the problem is, but this is really nice to put on before bed. It's really thick, so like my husband doesn't like kissing me before, like, or when I'm wearing it because it gets all over his face too. But it's really thick. It's got like a medicated, like almost like a Vicks Vapor Rub type of smell. But I think it's really nice for like sleeping in. I know a lot of people really like the like Laneige lip mask or whatever, which I've never used, or the Bite Beauty one. But this I think is like $1 at Walgreens or something like that. And it does the job like all the time. Like, I mean, I still get my dry corners of my mouth and everything, but I think it might just be the winter time or like the dry air just in general. But I've gone through a bunch of these in my time using it, and I just love it. It's really nice, and it's, you know, pretty cheap, so we're pretty affordable. I have 2 products from Lush that I picked up over like my wedding honeymoon time. 2 that were recommendations from Abby Williamson here on YouTube. So definitely check her out. She has a whole like Lush collection video that I really found interesting, because Lush is one of those brands that I really want to get into. There's no Bath and Body Works obviously over here. And you know, a lot of the things that I would get from Bath and Body Works, I have to now find other places and other ways. And I mean, even before moving over here, I've always been like intrigued by Lush, but it's always like an experience. Like the Lush at my local mall back home, before they moved into a bigger location, they were in a really tight store space. So like, unless you knew exactly what you wanted to buy and you could just run in and get it and leave, it was a pain in the ass to like have to go in there and like read everything and see what it is and smell it. And the store was always packed. You could never like just wander around and shop. It was a nightmare. But right before I left to move over here, Lush had moved into a bigger store space, and I was able to go in and kind of find things to try. And I found out that I really like Lush. I just need to know, you know, what I'm buying or what I'm getting. So I watched Abby's Lush video, and I found a couple things that sounded intriguing. And then while we were on our honeymoon, we were out at like this mall type area where they had a Lush, and I wanted to go in there and see if I could pick up a couple of the items that Abby recommended. So, without further ado, these are the 2 items I picked up. The first one being the Pink Peppermint Foot Lotion. This one says it has arnica in it, which is like a pain reliever or like anti-inflammatory. And peppermint. So it really kind of feels minty and tingly on your feet, which I thought was super like intriguing. I wanted to try. I do have like slight plantar fasciitis sometimes, so my feet do tend to hurt pretty frequently. Not so much lately, but like when I worked at Penny's and was on my feet constantly, they would always be in pain. So I thought this would be nice to try. And you know, my husband's feet are always, his feet and legs are always kind of in pain. This is what it looks like. It's just like a pink lotion. Smells really good. Abby said that when she gets like period cramps, she'll put it on her stomach, or really anywhere that you're feeling pain. It's nice to put on because it's got that arnica in it. I've only used it so far on my feet, but maybe sometime when I have like sore anywhere else, I'll try to put this on and see if it works as well. But I love like mint oil or like tingly minty things. Which, speaking of tingly minty things, the next thing I purchased was the Magic Crystals shower scrub. My lord, where has this been all my life? To be honest, I don't know how well this exfoliates my body, because I'm just so like overwhelmed and like in love with the way it makes my skin feel. I mean, when I get out of the shower, I can definitely feel like a little more smoother. But this has, what is it? Mint, rosemary, and sage, but it's got peppermint, spearmint, and menthol crystals in it. So you leave the shower feeling so tingly. It's amazing and like cool and like, I don't know, I just love it. Like, it's this beautiful purple color. I mean, I just bought it like maybe a week or so ago, and you can see how much of it that I've used. It just smells so good and like so minty, like mint gum. And I just love it. It's probably my favorite, aside from maybe like the Buffy like scrub bar that I've bought before. This is probably my favorite Lush purchase I've ever made. So I'm definitely, in 2020, I'm going to learn more about Lush and get more into it, because even though it's kind of expensive, the things that I've used from them I have really liked. Then I have a home product. This one's actually, I brought up here to be in an empties, but I'll talk about it now. I've been really into candles. I mean, I've always been into candles, but like lately we've been going to this store, and if you live in the UK, you might know about it. It's called HomeSense. It's like a sister brand to TJ Maxx. So they have like all kinds of discounted home stuff. It's basically TJ Maxx without the clothing. Um, and so they have a huge array of candles there. And our HomeSense is like right across the street, basically, from our house. So if I'm ever at home and I'm bored, I'll like take a walk up to HomeSense, or like my husband and I'll like pretty much every week we pop into HomeSense just to see what kinds of stuff they have. But I'm in love with their candles, and I picked this one up around the holiday time. I actually have a balsam one actually burning downstairs at the moment, which I probably should have blown out before I came up here. But this is the Balsam and Fir scented candle. It says it's hand poured in California. It's a soy wax blend, and they make it in small batches. And I got this candle for about £7 at HomeSense. It's the greatest. Like, I got so many compliments when I was burning this candle from my mother-in-law, from, guests coming over. You can see how like sooty it got though, which I've never had a candle do that before. I was trimming the wick and everything, and it's just got like super like sooty on the inside. So that's weird. I've never had that happen before. But I loved this candle. I've burned through several candles that I've not talked about on this channel just because I always have to bring them upstairs if I want to talk about them. And if I burn through them, like for my empties, I forget to do that because the garbage is downstairs. But I really, really loved this candle. And like I said, I love balsam scents this time of year. Like, I love smelling like a pine tree in the winter. So, like I said, I have a big one, like a big 3-wick one downstairs. But HomeSense has a ton of different candles, especially this time of year. Okay, I have a couple like food item, or actually beverage items. Then we'll move into fashion, and then we'll move on to the one miss of the month. So, I'm actually drinking it at the moment. This is a little alcoholic favorite. Copperbergs. I love them. These are ciders, so they're like kind of similar to like a Red's Apple Ale in the States. More fruity, like a fruity beer kind of. Right now we've been into the mixed fruit kind, but they do have a strawberry and lime flavor that I think is really amazing in the summertime. It's really good, really fruity. It's like you don't even know that you're drinking, which I guess is a bad thing, but like is also a good thing. I don't know. But we've been really loving these. We always have them in our fridge, constantly like stocked. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is flavored water. We have been going through these bottles of water like water. These are the Volvic Touch of Fruit sugar-free waters, specifically sugar-free. I think they taste better, to be honest, than the regular sugar kind. I've been really loving the lemon and lime flavor, but I also like the summer fruits kind and the strawberry kind. And my husband like specifically sticks to summer fruits. He used to be a huge like Pepsi Max fiend, like love soda. And while he's still, I love soda too. What am I talking about? But, it's way healthier to be drinking water, and this flavored water has kind of helped him like drink less Pepsi Max, if any at all, because that used to be like all he would drink 24/7. So us getting this flavored water has definitely helped him kick that habit a little bit, and actually, helped me not drink as much soda or like other stuff either. My only complaint is that we go through these so much that I feel bad about all the plastic. But we obviously recycle them. But yeah, we love these. They're kind of expensive. They're like £1 each, which at the rate that we go through them, we probably could buy like 10 bottles of these and be done with them in like 2 weeks. So, yeah, been loving that as well. Probably less than 2 weeks, probably like a week. And then my fashion favorites, I'm so excited about. We'll leave the best for last. The first thing that I want to talk about is this cardigan from Torrid. So, I placed an order with Torrid for my wedding dress, which, I mean, I don't know how to like insert a picture or talk about, but they have a wedding line, and so I bought my wedding dress on there. And then I threw in a couple other things like some leggings, and then I saw this cardigan, and I don't know, I've never been one for cardigans, to be honest with you. I don't know, but this one, I had an outfit planned. Well, first of all, let me show you. It looks like this. It's kind of that like yarn, like woolly material, in like this taupey beigey color. And I've never been one for cardigans, but I saw this and I had an outfit planned. I have a tank top that I really like, which I think is actually in the wash. It's like this greenish, like with like peachy flowers. I've definitely worn it on my channel, so you can definitely see which one it is. But I was thinking, because it's winter and I can't exactly wear that tank top, I was like, what if I wear a cardigan over the top, and with the green and the peachy, I think it would look really cute with some leggings. So I picked up this cardigan, and I first bought it, or like when I got it, I was kind of like, oh, it's really heavy and really thick, I don't know. This is like this is like the first day I've not worn this cardigan in like probably 5 days or whatever. I love this. It's comfy. It's like long and kind of oversized. I got it in a size 5, which is like my normal Torrid size. I can go kind of between a 4 and a 5 depending on the shirt. But I got it in a size 5. It's kind of oversized on me and kind of baggy and cuddly. I really, really like it. And it's really warm. Like, I wore it out the other day. It wasn't that cold outside, but I wore it out and I was like sweating in HomeSense. It was crazy. So yeah, I've been loving it. It's got pockets, so I can put my phone in it, my keys in it, whatever, and just, go about my day. It's a really gorgeous cardigan. It's like my favorite article of clothing right now. Favorite article of clothing aside from this, which is my last favorite of this month. Obviously, like I said, you guys knew I was getting married this month, or I did get married. And, I bought my wedding dress on Torrid, and then, my husband bought his stuff, and we did the ceremony, whatever, but we were kind of like uncomfortable, and we were going to go to dinner after, so I was like, okay, we'll come home, we'll change out of our dress and our, like, his button-down shirt and everything. But I was like, wouldn't it be cool to have those shirts that say like bride or like, groom or Mrs. or whatever on the front to then wear to the dinner? But I mean, as bigger people, I mean, myself and my husband included, it's really hard to find cute stuff like that in our sizes. Like, we probably both need like a 4 or 5X. So it's really hard to find. So I went onto Etsy and I was like, okay, let's just look on Etsy and see what they have, whatever. I found the cutest hoodies, and I'll leave her Etsy shop down below. She probably thought I was crazy, the girl, because I was just like, I sent her maybe like 4 or 5 messages in a row, like, I need this in this size, I need to say this, like, is it gonna be this, blah, blah, blah. But it's just a white hoodie. This is mine. My husband's is in his closet. He has a black one. I have a white one. But it's just a white hoodie. But then on the back, it's printed, just married, Mrs. Cook, and then our wedding date. And I think it is so, so cute. Obviously, his is black, and it's got where mine is the rose gold, he has like metallic blue writing with like Mr. So adorable. Oh, I love it. It's in our sizes. And it was like shipped very promptly. I have nothing but good things to say. It's a Gildan hoodie, so it's got like that softer material. It's not like anything, you know, I don't know how to describe it. It's a very comfortable hoodie. And to be honest, I brought a ton of clothes to our honeymoon because I was like, I don't know what we're gonna be doing, if we're gonna be going out or whatever. Literally almost our whole honeymoon every day I was in this hoodie. It's so comfortable with just this hoodie and a pair of leggings. My only complaint, and it's my own fault, is that I ordered it in white, because obviously, it was a bridal thing. But having a white hoodie on a farm for your honeymoon is like just asking for problems. So I do have like a little stain on the front, but it's not a huge deal. But it's such a comfy hoodie. I just love it. Obviously, like I said, our wedding is a favorite of mine. It was such a beautiful day. It was surrounded by like, friends and family. My only like wish was that like my family would have been there. They were on like Skype or WhatsApp though, so they were able to see everything and be a part of it. But yeah, it just didn't work out that way. And we might do something. We're planning on maybe like next year, so like 2021. Which sounds so weird to say. Doing something in the States for our wedding. But it was beautiful and I love it. But yeah, anyway, moving on, let's not be too sappy. My one miss of the month is this Tarte mascara. This is the Tarte Big Ego. This is like the brightest pink tube I think I've ever seen for anything. My only complaint with this, and I haven't really given it too much of a shot because the wand is massive. Like, it's got one of those wands like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I just can't get on with it. I just don't like it. I don't know how the formula really is, but I got this in a BoxyCharm, I think. And I just haven't used it until now, and I realized how big the wand is, and I just can't deal. So that's gonna be probably tossed. I feel really bad because it is Tarte and it's like an expensive thing, but I'm not gonna use it and it's taking up space in my collection and I don't want to pass on a mascara. So that is my December favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what your favorites are down below. I will have at the end of this month a like birthday and Christmas haul, which will probably take the place of like when a favorites video would traditionally go up. And let me know if you want me to do like a 2019 favorites, because that's something I've seen going around too and I like to watch. But if you want to watch, something like that, let me know and I'll film one for you too. I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, I will talk to you soon. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye!